Ballilogue is in South Kilkenny. Essentially, it's like a stone village in the countryside. It's a series of houses, which would have been traditional farm buildings. We wanted to keep very much the traditional character that's so attractive in a rural farm setting, and the Irishness of that and the tradition of that. In a sense, we're reimagining what would have been a community, a settlement in the countryside in a new way, with an Irish and an international audience who come and visit, spend time, relax, work, creative, quiet, peaceful environment. One area we have kept as it originally was, because of its beauty and because of its state of preservation, is Mrs. Meaney's cottage. It's one of the oldest buildings in the Clochán. It probably dates from about 1650. What we've done with that house is we have restored it, put back into the house a lot of the original features that had been here, and opened it up so that it's a museum in a way, but it's an opportunity for somebody to experience walking into a home in South Kilkenny that has existed for hundreds of years, and a lot of the artefacts tell a history and a story of an Irish rural tradition. There are also music evenings, traditional sessions, poetry reading, storytelling, and it gives an opportunity for a group of people who are visiting to have an event here. Be they groups that come to have time away with their friends, people who come to celebrate a civil ceremony or have a marriage, and also we get corporate groups internationally, small senior management groups that come to have time away, do something different. They're used to staying at hotels, so they're very interested in the idea of somewhere that's totally private, is theirs alone, and they get well taken care of. I felt it very important that we created something that was light-filled and modern inside, where there was a sense of luxury about the bedrooms, about the spaces, the different spaces, the libraries, the parlours, the sunrooms, so that people had a sense of living a very contemporary and comfortable existence, but steeped in tradition. Wi-Fi is available, as are docking stations, as is satellite TV in one of the lounges. We don't have TVs in the bedrooms because we feel it's an opportunity for people to have a tranquil experience. There's lots of books around, there's lots of games around. It's an opportunity to unwind and relax, while at the same time being able to use your iPad or being able to keep in touch with what's happening around the world. We're getting a lot of both Irish and international travellers that come from the States, Canada, the UK and various other countries. In addition, for groups, be they corporate groups, friends groups or people who come on a celebration, we provide a whole package. It includes the food, it includes the wines, so they can have dinner, or chef will prepare them a dinner, so they're taken care of while they're here. They have a host who's with them, and it's customised for the groups that come. We grow a lot of our own vegetables, salads, herbs and berries. So a lot of the preserves come from the Clochán, the eggs come from the Clochán, all the breads are locally made. So when people arrive, they have homemade cakes, homemade scones. The breakfasts are different, fresh and organic. We also have the opportunity now for travellers to have, during the summer months, on a Saturday night, our casual dining at Ballilogue Clochán. Because what we find is that we always offer dining to our corporates, or if people are here on a celebration. But more and more we find when people come for a few days, they use Ballilogue Clochán and the inn as a base to travel and see the area. They may not want to eat out every night, so it's nice to be able to relax, maybe have a bottle of wine, watch a movie, have a casual dinner. That's something that's just started and will be continuing. We're surrounded by a number of villages: Graignamana, Inistioge, Thomastown. We're very close to Kilkenny, we're very close to Waterford, very close to New Ross. So many of our international visitors come here and they go to see Waterford Crystal, which is now producing glass again, and have a magnificent showroom there as well. Close by in New Ross, you have the Dunbrody Famine Experience. Also the JFK Homestead is close by. The village of Inistioge. It's one of the prettiest villages in Ireland, and it has the newly restored Woodstock Gardens, which was part of the famous Thai estate. The house itself had been burnt down, but the gardens have been magnificently restored. In addition to that, you have Kilkenny Castle, and you have a number of craft and art places that are close by, like Kilkenny Design Centre, Jerpoint Glass, Nicholas Moss Pottery. So there's a wealth of great restaurants, craft experiences and historic castles and wonderful walks. The walk from Graignamanagh to St Mullins is one of the best walks, or up Brandon Hill. There's golf at Mount Juliet. There's horse riding close by, both in Inistioge and in the Roar village. There's opportunities to do almost everything. Fishing, angling on the rivers close by. It's quiet, it's peaceful, and there are some great local walks along the Boreens, down near the river. So it just means that people can take a book, go into the garden, go for a walk. One of the things we really like to do is talk to our guests, give them information, talk through what they want to do, and make suggestions of the things we recommend that deliver on a really great experience. One of the remarkable changes in this part of Ireland over the last few years has been the infrastructure. We now have a motorway that takes you directly from, be it Dublin city centre or Dublin airport, down to Kilkenny in an hour and a half. Equally, to go from the motorway to Cork and Cork airport. In addition, we're about 2 hours from Shannon airport. Rosslare is 40 minutes away. Also, corporate clients coming in from the UK will fly into Waterford airport. There's a service to London, a service to Manchester. It's very accessible, and many of our visitors would come from Dublin. They're heading to West Cork or heading on to the west coast of Ireland. We meet them, we organise to have them met, bring them here. We hear what people say when they visit, and they are fascinated by the purity of the experience, how they come to something that retains a traditional integrity, but at the same time has a quirkiness of design. And the other thing people say, they come from busy lives, busy jobs, and the solitude and the quiet and the peacefulness is something that they feel they've stepped out of their own lives completely.